semi-final. We're almost close to see who will become the new champion of the new season. And Gio and good old Dragoon did a great stream between the Poachers and the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves win in 2-1, so my team gets through to the final. Now I'm going to try and find out, we are going to find out who will join them. Will it be the Badlands Rejects or will it be the Hamelin Renegades? And as always, I've got the wonderful Dragoon with me. Good evening, Dragoon.
Good evening, Bernie. Looking forward to this one.
I am too. I'm hoping we're going to see some carnage, hopefully. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell they've done to my bloody my Twitch. I've got my Twitch on in the background, and I've got all these like wonderfully, well, not wonderful, fucking stupid stuff on. I don't know what they've done to it. Luckily, I've got it on the PS4, but yeah, I don't know what they've done to it. Oh, there we go. I've clicked a button. It seems to be working a bit more now. So the game started. I just quickly want to go through the two teams. So the V-Powers team, they finished second in the European pool, or the World pool. They only lost one game, and that was to the Poachers. Apart from that, they won every other game. Very impressive. First of all, let's see what the Rat Ogre took, because that was still waiting to see what. Let's see what's he got. He's got block. I knew it'd be something big, so that is huge. So that really helps him there. Out of the two teams, I fancy V-Power V's team to go through. If I was coaching the Timberwolves, I would want Doomfrog to go through. I think I've got a better chance against him. Not saying we could beat him, but I think we'd have a better chance. So I'm going to tip the Renegades to win tonight. They've got the 110, they've got enough claw, they've now got a big massive Rat Ogre with block. They've got a little more Flanders. It just looks amazing. I'm just going to quick look at the Badland Rejects, who did extremely well. They finished top of the US pool. This team's got quite a lot of nobblers. Now, if these nobblers perform like our nobblers did, that would help him. They've got going solo, the captain who's a skink, and they've also got the 110 in skink. Lightning McQueen, I think if he can keep Lightning McQueen safe and just use him for the 110ers, and if them 110ers come off, he'll have a great chance. He'll be expecting Wade be back. He's a big enforcer. He blitzes a lot with him. He's got some big guards. They're going to have to do a good job as well. The only word for me, there's a lot of nobblers in this, and nobblers will break quite easily against the firepower they're going to be coming up against today. We do know that he has paid a little bit of cash to get. Oh no! In fact, he got a bribe. He didn't pay the cash because obviously there was that Rat Ogre still to do the level up. So there is a bribe in play. So will that help the Looney out? He's got a Looney with block. I don't know. I personally think. I mean, I'd like my team to play against the Rejects because I just think we just got a better chance against them. But I do believe the Renegades will win. Did you want to pick which team you thought was going to win?
I actually think the Bad Rejects.
Gio, yeah. Well, my Gio was pretty sweet on them as well, and I'm just like, maybe. I mean, they're both good teams. They're both very good teams. And like we've seen, you know. I mean, he finished top of the US play pool, so you know he knows what he's doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to the game now. I'm going to rewind all the way back to the beginning so we don't miss anything. And yeah, may the best team win, I guess.
I got my minstrels.
Oh, you got your minstrels. Well, I've got my can of pop. I've just had bacon fries and chicken nuggets and bacon fries, so that's a very healthy meal. So yeah, and I've got my Pringles. I got my Doritos. Got my Doritos dip. Although I'll probably wait until after the game for that. Oh, Pringle. What else have I got in there? Got a big stash bag of junk. Right, so hopefully, I mean, no one's with us at the moment. I mean, I'll see how far we got into this. If I don't need to go back, I won't. Well, but I've got a feeling something's happened, so I'll have to probably go back. Would you? I mean, if you won the toss, would you receive or kick?
I'd probably receive.
Yeah, a lot of people like to receive that. So yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go back because things have happened. So I'm gonna all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. So I've gone right to the back. Right, and they haven't even done the toss yet. That's how far back I've gone.
I think I haven't done the toss either.
So we've gone all the way back. I'm just waiting for it just to catch up. Right, here comes the toss. It's flipping it up. I'm going to call heads. Because they both look like heads. And the Badland Rejects win the toss. And they will probably receive. And they do. They will receive. That means they will get first touch of the ball. And the first chance to cause carnage. In the big semi-final of MML Blitz. Who will play the Mystic Fall Timberwolves? We are about to find out. I'm just praying it's not a 2.5 hour thon like the winners versus the Renegades. Oh, that was the way that finished. That killed me. The way that finished. Oh man.
Oh, the biggest thing what I love about this Rejects team, the 2 ogres and the Croxicle.
Yeah, the big units, aren't they? The big units. I think Wade be back is a better guy, but these ogres are really good at throwing goblins, and that Nerves of Steel goblin on the side, who's now AV6. The ogre threw him, and he pinched the ball off the other team to score. And then the turn after, he threw that same goblin and threw out a vampire, and it hit the vampire who was holding the ball. The goblin got killed. The Apo came out, and he deserved the Apo, but unfortunately the Apo gave him -1 AV. But I was like, yeah, good on you, Doomfrog, for giving him the Apo, because he bloody well deserved it. He scored one and impaled the vampire. You can't do better than that. And the Rejects get an extra reroll as well, so they've got 5. Just thinking who has the fan factor. It might be the Rejects, actually. But yeah, the
Rejects have 5 rerolls compared to the Renegades.
We'd be back! Nope. He usually piles on with We'd be back, and he is going to pile on as well. Can he get a removal? No. And now TN Rex is going to hit. Can he get a removal? No, he cannot, and this is worrying for the Rejects. They want to see someone go splats. Oh, that's brave. That's brave. Oh, no wonder he's bringing a big ogre in for the big claw dude. Here we go. He needs to get rid of that big massive tickles. He's not going to tickle him. He's going to give him a punch. Oh, wow, that's interesting. He actually follows up into an assassin, so he obviously doesn't care about the assassin. Are we going to see some sort of chainsaw action? Is he going to pick the ball up first? Who knows? Oh, I think it's going to come to... I think coming for you, the guard wrestle piece is probably going to be the one who's going to get stamped on here, if anyone.
Ooh, but maybe the block guard.
Here we go. And he's going to try and chainsaw the hoof off, and the referee's like, nah, not having that, not having that. Oh, okay, you can pay me, and he didn't even break armor. Bezo is in chat, the finalist coach, saying how lucky is V really? Yeah, well, he's a bit fortunate there. No armor breaks, and the Brab's gone, and the chainsaw didn't even break armor with all that around him. It must have been to like +1 or something. It was +1. He needed a 3+, and he rolled a +1. So the Rejects aren't doing very well at the moment. Although if you watch, well, you streamed the Bearzo game, he was in all sorts of trouble first half, and it looked like he was more likely the Poachers were going to score, and they didn't. And that worked out well. So don't lose faith, Doomfrog. Just kill stuff. Yeah, please kill little more. Kill more. Everyone's saying kill more in chat.
Whoa, why kill Little Mo?
Because nobody likes him, he's too good. Nobody likes a smart Alec. And, well, I tell you what, you say you liked all these big guys? I've seen Snotlings hit bigger than these. Look at them all. They can't even break armor. Maybe Wade be back and do some damage. There we go. There's a proper. There's a proper one. Come on. There you go. He's off on a stag do, that lad. And that's the end of that one. Finally, we have a removal. I tell you what, his base is up. Like, I'm like, well, we've tried pro fail, sidesteps coming in, that's not good. He has no fear. I always have a go at Bearzo, and Bearzo will tell you, I say, Bearzo, do not base claw. Bearzo, please do not base, unless you have to. And you know what? Every person I see in Blitz, they just base claw like it's like, yeah, I'm AV9. Yeah, you're AV9, mate, but not against claw. Here comes another foul. And again, the chainsaw is going to try and do something better on this one. Can he do any better? No, he can, and that's him said, oh, you must be about 2 seconds ahead of me. But that day, Derek, was useless. Absolute useless. What a waste. So he rolled a +1 before, and now he rolled a +2. The stabbing's coming in now. We've got stabs coming in. That failed. So that Brab failed. I mean, he obviously, here comes the claw, and the ogre's alright. Yeah, this is why I love Nutcracker. I love Nutcracker is people, well, Bearzo knows I love Nutcracker. I always say, get Nutcracker on, protect Nutcracker.
Nutcracker was MVP.
Oh, he was awesome one in Nutcracker. He didn't mess about, did he? He was booting everybody. And the claw doesn't work on that. And the way back's living a charmed life. Oh, I hope. Tickles is ready to eat a Nobler bar, looks at it.
Wild animal.
Wild animal over there. And this is the problem. Blitz is mental, but it's even more mental when you're playing catch-up. But we are now, I do believe, back to normal. And he's oh my word. This is mental. This is just, I can't deal with it. Pro fails again. Oh, I tell you, not much is going right for the Doomfrog and the Rejects at the moment. I don't know if did they get beat this season. If they did, it was only once.
I think they went 6. No,
they did go 6.
I think it was 4 wins and then 1 loss.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's going for the killer now, though. That's a reroll. Oh my god. I sort of feel. I mean, it happens to us all, but I do feel a bit sorry for Doomfrog early because nothing is working. His chainsaw didn't do nothing. Oh my god, and he's still basing. There is no fear in this Doomfrog team. They don't care. You got claw, don't care. I feel a bit worried about this Nobler though. I'll be honest. I think he's going to get splattered. To be fair. What do you think about this down here though? He's got 2 players down here. Obviously he's got the skink and he's got the throat. Soon as I said that, the skink's off on his dollies. Soon as I say that, I still try and stick a boot in, you know. I try and get that guy with the guy on tentacles. I try and boot that. I think to say that the way his fouling's been going though, it's not been very well. He fouls as good as Bearzo does usually. He needs to get them Nobblers away though. He can't. I mean, I hope he's not going to do a Dragoon and put his thrower in Blitz range. I'm just having a look now. He might have done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he hasn't done you. He's actually once. But then again, he can still base him. Although he is agility 4, but double ones do happen. Oh no, the little tentacle! Oh no, that Nobbler's in so much trouble. He might actually hit him with the killer first. Do the killer.
Grim Big Ears about to be Grim Dead Ears.
Bearzo's not happy.
Why is Bearzo not happy?
Because he thinks V should have been dead by now. I feel all of a sudden now there's a bit of a lull. What a legend. What a legend! Now, if you're a decent human being, you would not put that next to the Scare Blitzer, and he doesn't. Well done, that little guy. Let's give him some kudos. Grim Big Ears. I hear grrr, I'm a bear did well for you. So.
It's because he's a bear. What?
Yeah, he did well. He did really well.
Bear's gonna go 7-0-0 next season.
What, Matt Grrr will. I don't know about you.
No, the Badland Bears, come on.
They're not going to go 7-0, no. Most chance of the Poachers winning something than you win 7-0. And that ain't going to happen.
Have faith, Birdie.
I do have faith. I have faith in my coach who's going to win it. Or else I'll cry. Big man tears. Right, here we go. Where's he going? Where's this assassin going?
This is...
Oh, he's going to go stab the skink. He's going to stab the skink.
That's a very good. Multi-block as well, maybe?
Can you multi-block and blitz? Where the skink's going to get splattered. He's okay though. He's okay. He's just seen stars.
You could have took out an ogre with that. You got a 10.
Oh yeah, but he would have known he was going to roll 10 though, would he? That's the thing. Oh yeah, we're talking about taking out stuff. Chuck him along. He's going to use stand firm. He is, and he's still okay. Yeah, this isn't. I mean, it's a bit broken up. I can't see where the protection's coming for the Oak Throw. I think he's going to have to go further back. But you're going to get to see Leak Venom, the Skaven Blitz. He's going to go chasing him. The assassin's going to come chasing it. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest.
He's going to run. He's going to throw it to Wan Big Fist.
Shadowing now is on that Nobler. That's a nice little play. He might just hand this off to the Goblin, the Nerves and Steel, and go on, son, off you go. But I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's trouble here. There's trouble here. Oh, was that a little Mo trying to?
That's little Mo.
Little Mo thinking he's all that all of a sudden.
Here's the issue though. Little Mo's now right next to the Crocs.
Yeah, a little bonehead. That's what Crocs users do.
Whoa, not my Croc.
Now it just depends what he wants to do, because I don't think that there's nothing safe here. I'd fall back. to be honest. Because you can't score. Well, unless you think you can hand it off to the Goblin. You go to the Ogre throws you exactly into the end zone. Now that would be like the biggest highlight ever. But it ain't going to happen. But Doomfrog might be crazy enough to try it. So you got two slow pieces. What has shadowing on it at the moment? What's very smart. The Crocs has hit Little Mo. Does it do anything though? That's the thing. Oh, armor breaker.
Come on.
No. Bears was like, no! Why? Why? You could have died, OMG! How dare you, Crocs? Hit it harder!
I want to see Big Ears now come over and try and foul.
Where's Big Ears? Oh, the little tentacle dude. On the tentacle, should say. Well, oh, Bonehead, but I think there's a... oh, hey, he's going. He's off. Wait, where's he going? Oh, he's... alright. Oh, he's not gonna. I think he's gonna. He is, isn't he? He's gonna hand this off to the Goblin. God knows what he's gonna do with it, though. This is kamikaze if he does. Because this ain't gonna work. I mean, he might pass it to the Goblin, but then he's got to outrun something quicker than with shadowing. And then after that, he's still got to go. And even after that, the Skaven Blitz is going to kill him.
Mm.
Wow. What's he doing? Oh, no. What? To yoga? Wow!
I told you!
And it's been intercepted! And, well... oh, man. That could be the end for the Doomfrogs already. Well, that's going to really upset Bearzo. I'll tell you that right now.
I called it.
Oh, man.
Man, I really want to see the Doomfrogs team do well in this.
Then yeah, I really fancied V tonight. I really did. I mean, I did say out of when I was talking to Bearzo, I said, look, the teams who I think could get to the final is V. Or the teams we don't really want to play in the final really was V Power V's team. I wasn't scared of Doomfrog's team. Serious Jets team was pretty decent. I wasn't scared of the Poachers, even though they had a good season. And I wasn't scared of the winners, if I'm being brutally honest. The only team I didn't want to play in the final, with my GM head on, was V Power V's team. And it looks like that might happen. Bears in this chat. What the heck? Yeah. Well. Oh dear me. This is going down rapidly, quickly, and this is getting as I expected it to be honest. World is a better league than US. That's all I'm saying. I'll tell you that now. And V Power V is showing you that by trashing the best of the US. That rammed, didn't it? I mean, obviously, I want a close game more than anything. Loads of death and destruction. I don't think we're going to get that though.
I feel like Doomfrog wanted it. The armor breaks and injuries early.
Yeah, he never got it. To be fair to Doomfrog, nothing's gone right for him at all, and and that just proved it. He needed a 6-2 Incept and he got it. Bearza said even Rand and Dio would do well in this conference. Oh, he's throwing a bit of shade there at the US division. Bit of shade going in. Bearza's not happy. Don't blame him, to be fair.
No,
see,
I have faith in Bearza.
I have faith in
reason
Bearza.
why I call him the Lizard God.
I won't go that far. I won't go that far. I'd say it's the best coach in Blitz. I'd give him that. I'd definitely give him that.
Badland Bears coach.
No, he's far superior. I don't hire any crap coach. I've got to have the best. It's as simple as that. And he's going to show everybody at your Bears by winning it. I hope. I'm so crying. We might not never get to win the final. Yeah, see, big guns in the air. He knows it. I know Bearzo's good. To be fair, when we did play against V-Power, I mean, V-Power is a very good friend of mine. Oh my god, dub skulls. And he got away with it pro. He re-rolled it. He did dare do pro. Fair play to him. Now he gets a KO. Now he's lost the ball. But yeah, I mean, I was going to say before that. Yeah, against V-Power, we had two of our best players out, including Money in the Bank, who, as people know, is the real deal. Again,
some money.
now he's done it, I can say it. What he could have done, he could have used his ogre to hit the beastman, and then he could have blitzed with the crocs onto the ball carrier. Just saying. I try to make sure I don't give anything big out until it's been done. Not that I expect any of them to be in chat with us, but I just don't want to get. I just didn't want to say it, and then he did it. Yeah, even Bear's saying no croc splits. Yeah. Oh my god, he could have just walked in, couldn't he? Holy crap! I didn't even see that. I was thinking of an. Oh my word! Madness! Madness! What's going on? Is he going to trust the ogre? He's trusting someone. I don't know what he's doing. Go on, ogre. You better. Yeah, there we go. Oh man! What are you doing, man? That was crazy. He was trying. I think what he's trying to do is trying to knock the big guy down with the ogre. But the other ogre might, he's, there we go. Why did he? Oh, I don't know. I've lost it. I've lost the plot, guys. I've lost the plot. I don't know what's going on. Someone, please help. That just seemed like, well, I mean, like I said, his dice haven't been great. I mean, if they even knocked him down, but why did the ogre hit the? Oh, I don't have a clue. It's all gone crazy. I don't understand. Are we going to get a hit with this guy? Is he going to try and dodge Wadeby back out? Is he going? He's got a 1 die with Wadeby back. Is he going to use that? You got a 1 die? No. Okay. Well, I mean, bad dice are one thing, but you know, you still got to do the right things, haven't you? Bezo is not happy. It's not. Oh man, he is not happy. I know when he's not happy. Yeah, I mean, when he packed the crocs to go there, because there's so many big pieces there, I just thought, there must have been someone there to tag him so he can't do it. But then when I realised I had to clean shot the ball, I'm like, well, why wouldn't you have took it with your crocs? I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to free it up so that Wadeby back with tackle had a go. So I get that, so I can't really hate too much on that. So at least I understand that, to be fair. But I didn't understand why the ogre, I mean, he would have been, what, another JFR maybe? But yeah, this is looking really good for V. I mean, that it had to happen that turn, and it didn't. It's as simple as that. And I think I don't like to call a game this early, but I kind of feel like it's not looking good for the rejects. I mean, all they can really hope is to try and make him score 10-7. They won 10, and then he fails his 1-10, you know? But I can't see it. The captain's in trouble now as well. Mighty blow hit. Stunned, but he's still this seems like a long road back now for the Frogs. You know, you'd like to think they've got some in them, though. Maybe throw a knob on. There ain't any nobblers, is there? They're all either tentacled up or on the floor.
You could run Eddie and then throw a nobbler.
Yeah, might be a nice idea. Trying to hit the ball carrier again. I did love seeing that. Someone else is getting hit now. It's Frey who's getting hit.
Throw it.
Bears are saying, "I'm off out. It's stressing me out too much." Yeah, it's a I don't know what to say. I don't know. He's done well to get this far as Doom Frog, and I'm sure he will keep going and keep trying. But
next season's going to be an issue with him though. With
why?
POP kicking about, he can't have this many big pieces.
Oh, he can. He can. He just has to pay tax for him.
It would be expensive though.
What will though?
Having that many Mighty Blow pieces.
No, Mighty Blow's alright. It's pile on. It's not Mighty Blow. It's pile on or claw.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Mighty Blow's fine.
Alright, I thought it was Mighty Blow as well.
No. I'd cry if that was the case. Although, to be fair, I don't have loads of it. But let's see what happens here then. I mean, I don't know how you get yourself back into this game if you're the rejects. You've got to... I don't know what... I mean, these big lads are just like a big bunch of fairies. You know, they can't break now, can they? I think they've got pillar fists. I think that's what they've got. And it happens to us all. I mean, you know, even when you've got claw and all that, it doesn't always work. You know, and it is frustrating. But he's got to somehow force his score. And I just can't see how he. I just can't see how he's gonna.
Do it.
Yeah, and that doesn't help. Was that pro reroll? Did he reroll that? Wow.
He re-rolled that.
Yeah. Well. Another
Oh, there we
KO.
go.
Just can't see. I just really can't see how he's gonna get back into this. I'll be honest. Oh wow. I mean, the dice are, you know, as much as you can say about various stuff, the dice have been absolutely shocking. You know?
Oh no, it's you hate to see it.
You do, because I mean, like I said to various people, I really strongly fancied V. I thought V could win this quite comfortable. He's a very top class coach, and when I've seen him in these positions, he usually gets it done. He very rarely messes stuff up. And you know, I've watched a lot of the games in both pools, and I just fancied this season. I fancied the World better than the US. I just thought I just had a feeling that it could. I mean, I did state in Discord I thought it'd be a World All Final, and at the moment, that's what's going to happen. You know.
I mean, I'm hoping and trying to convince Cavalier Archer to come in.
Cav's a very good coach. I mean, Hammy's pulled out. What's unfortunate. So we have got one more spot.
I was talking with Hammy because he's gone pro elves.
Yeah.
I said you could try and get Calvin to be like the coach.
Yeah.
And then you can just do the GM stuff.
Yeah.
And if it means he has to do some of the GM stuff, like this season because he's got work.
Yeah.
I'm sure Beers would allow him to do some GM stuff and whatnot.
I don't know what. I don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, there's a few people who can probably ask. I mean, we really want the 24 play. We really want the 3 divisions. What requires 24 teams. Like I said, we still got. Oh, there you go. He's rolled another one, and the pro failed as well. You know, nothing is going right for Doomfrog. You know. But this is it. When you have all these big guys, this is what can happen. You know, this is, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You know, if you had
ogres. Yeah,
I mean, basically that's what it is, isn't it? It's like, you know, you live by the sword, die by the sword. I just don't see how he's going to get back into this unless attrition kicks in. But attrition does not look like it's going to kick in. He's gone for, you know, a guy who's got blodge already, and his pros failed again, and he's just getting tagged on pieces. What he really shouldn't be getting tagged on, but what else could he probably blitz? I suppose he's getting. I mean, I personally would have blitzed with Wade be back, and at least bring him into some sort of threat. He can't now. Yeah. He has got dodge, so he could try it. What is it, a 5+ with a reroll built in?
5+.
Not the worst. It looks like to me he's given up on it already. The trying to force the score. As soon as I say that, he goes and.
There it is.
The thing is,
he's trying.
Yeah, he is. He is trying. He is trying. You know, I just think sometimes though there didn't seem to be much of a game plan from the rejects. You know, if your plan A was to get an ogre down there and throw it in traffic, then that's always going to be a risk. And the way obviously Doomfrog's dice were, it didn't surprise me that he rolled a 6 and got intercepted. And this is why I like safe throw. A lot of people, you know, don't really like it, but I bet he wish he had it now. I mean, like I said, if he'd have thrown it and he'd have caught it, people would have gone, "Wow, that's an amazing play," you know. And that's the fine line between. That's the fine line between you looking at something and saying, "Oh, that was a crazy play," to "Oh my God, that was a crazy play in a great way." You know, if it had pulled off, we would have all said, "Wow, what a good player." But, you know. So who's got it anyway? The assassin's got it. Is he close to a level up? Let's have a look. No, he hasn't. He's on 76. So. Obviously,
he needs 100. That's fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Can make that.
Yeah.
You might want to try and give it to the other assassin.
I don't know where the
Maybe.
other assassin is. Where is there? Yeah. Yeah, it's still plenty off, isn't he? He's still 22 off. So, be interested to see
Who
which
else
five they'll keep at the end of the season. This is what I'm always interested of, because like I've sort of got the five I want to keep, but it depends if they get injured in the final or not, and that's what it'll go down to. And like, it's like when I'm like talking about trades and play trades and stuff like that with people, it's like I can't really say nothing because I don't know what's going on yet. Because until my team's finished its final game, I don't know what I've got and what I'm keeping. Yeah. So, you know.
I'm pretty certain now me and Girth have decided the Questing Night is getting released.
Really?
So if there's any people looking for an amazing Blitzer, the Questing Night.
Well, this is where Gareth should, like, anyone who's like, well, I'm gonna see what happens here. Oh, this could be bad. He might re-roll that. Yeah, so unlucky. Yeah, I mean, this is why if I'm the GM and I've got a good piece, I'll look at all the unions and who can buy him and say, look, do you want this guy? Most of my turn around and say, you know what, if you're getting rid of him, I'll wait and pick him up in the draft. The only problem with that is somebody else might pick him up. So, you know, if I'm looking at a piece, I'm like, all right, I want the Questing Night, I'd probably try and negotiate and say, look, okay, what can we do so I get him and you get something in return? You know, I mean, I've put all my pieces up for sale. They always are. If the right price comes in, I'll sell it. If it doesn't, I'll keep it. You know?
I mean, I think that's how you should do it.
Yeah.
Because even if you love the piece, if you get enough money where you can get a piece just as good as him and still have a profit, then what's Doomfrog gonna do then?
Well, I mean, to me personally, you've got to get rid of the big piece. You've got to get rid of something. I would have been booting and fouling by now, just to try and get anything, any sort of momentum, any sort of numbers.
I mean, the foul is there on the green ratkin next to the Crocs goal.
Where's that? Oh, I didn't see him.
Next to
Yeah.
the Crocs. Yeah. I don't know if he forgot
And
about
is that
it.
another? Oh, there we go. He's going to try and throw him.
No, this is what I love to see though. A coach never give up.
I like this, and he's using. Oh, here we go! Oh, one square off!
Oh, he re-rolled it as well. Oh,
it's an injury. He was so close to getting him. Oh man, and he used a re-roll as well. Oh, I would have. Oh man, I know why. Thing is now though, you've used a re-roll, and this could come back to haunt you now. There we go. That doesn't help nobody. To be fair, I would take the wrestle down just so one of my best pieces is protected.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's a smart call. Has he blitzed yet? He hasn't, has he? Is there anything he can blitz?
I can see the blitz coming from the Crocs, maybe on the troll.
Yeah, that would make more sense. But I think he'll probably
There
go.
it goes.
Oh, he's going for the blodger.
He's going for the blitzer. Oh.
Well, and that's an extra GFI, and the pros back the first time, and then fails again. And these are the things what can stop it from winning. Really, there's an easy two. Well, there's an easy two die on the underworld troll if he wanted it. Didn't go for the underworld troll. He went for a blodger instead, and he hasn't got tackle, so it made less sense to go for the elf, and it was more risky going for the elf, and he still went for the elf, and he got punished. And, you know, people say, well, that was unlucky to roll the one. And it was. But at the end of the day, there was a much safer and better option you could have gone for, and you didn't take it. So you're always going to... Every time you roll a dice, it's a risk. Even if you needed 2+, it's still a risk. Because 1 in 6, it'll happen. And as we all know, double ones work and all that sort of stuff.
Good old Juan Smurf. Good old
Yeah,
Juan.
well, you know, I mean, he's a really good example of that. So the less dice you roll, the better chance you have of winning.
Oh,
Usually.
Goblin's not bad.
Oh, I like that little goblin as well. 2 of the big lads come back. Not the rat ogre though. Not that he needs him. This, I mean, unfortunately, this just looks so one-sided. I'll be honest, this is what I feared. I really feared this would be the case, and obviously I want to see great semi-finals and it going down to a really, really close thing. But unless he can come up with something amazing here, I mean, will V-Power risk going for the quick 110? I don't think he will. I think he's pretty confident the way his team's playing. He doesn't need to risk it. Maybe scoring 3-4 10s, job done, 2-0.
Is you to get to the final?
No, I always try to be an optimist, but I think the rejects need better dice for definite, but they need to play better. The team needs to start helping the coach and start removing stuff, and they just haven't. And again, you've got a Nobble in the middle there. That's where your killer should be, not on the outside. Why are you protecting a little Nobbler? Just makes no sense to me, but that's just me.
Bernie's head's hurting again.
Oh, I always hurt. I'd go bonks on Bearzo if he'd done that. I'd be like, why is my killer out there where there's so much claw and you're protecting a little Nobbler who, you're going to save him for 110? He's probably going to get splattered. The little Nobbler's probably not going to win you the game or save you the game. Wade be back probably could save the game.
Yeah.
I'll be gobsmacked if Wade be back doesn't get hit here. But it is a shame. It is a shame. I mean, you do so well like Doomfrog has done. He gets himself to the semi-final. He's one game away from the final, and then nothing goes right. He tries a pass, gets intercepted. His LOS hits were atrocious. He needed a 3+ for the foul and rolled double 1. Burned the Brab, and the next turn he rolled doubles again, got sent off. So not much has gone right for the Badland rejects. We've got to state that. And V's just been methodical in just doing what he needs to do.
How unlucky the rejects have been. You got to give credit to V.
V has just been in cruise control. He's just done what he needed to do. But that's why he's one of the best in the MML, and and that's why he does what he does, and that's why he's a former MML champion as well. He knows what he's doing. He gets it done more times than not. And Bears is going to have a really tough game against the Rain's coming down now. Well, I mean, who does that hurt more? That probably hurts the rejects because they've only got one agility 4 piece there. Skinks are not agility 4, so they probably didn't want to see the Rain. They probably wanted to see, it to keep as it is. So I mean, Doomfrog's gonna have to try some crazy shenanigans. I've got a feeling he's gonna start throwing Nobblers, and that's a pretty good thing. We've seen it happen before, and it almost happened. Was it turn 7 or turn 8? I should say.
It was turn 8.
So maybe, his claws come that way. So Wade be back might be all right. Although there is a horned claw piece set there, Leaky Venom might have a go at him. I suppose the way as well. I suppose when obviously you're coaching, like if you're V-Power V, you're probably feeling pretty confident in getting to the final. What you don't want to see is one of your big pieces like Leak Venom getting an MNG or getting injured, for the final, because he's a big piece. So yeah, there is that as well. I said
when Snow Dancer from the Poachers got the MNG.
He got -1 AV, didn't he?
I think it was movement
or something. AV. Oh, I thought someone said AV, but Oh, look at that as well. His gut runner's got big hands, so the rain does not affect him. So nothing's really going right for Doomfrog, bless him. Here comes the Blitz, and it's going for one of the big lads, Chuck 'em Long, and he has got Juggernaut, so he can push him away. Could this be the first Ogre gone? Almost. Stun. Almost lost him, but that's a big stun. Indeedy.
And all that work to protect the Nobblers in the middle, you just cracked her.
Yeah.
He's just cracked the egg.
I don't really think V's going to be scared of the Nobblers. Not, you know. Maybe if he had a guard Nobbler, he might be a bit more scared, because then he could maybe got one dice going into it. But no, where's he going?
Six on the pickup as
Didn't
well.
need big hands, did he?
Nah. Oh. I swear the more this game goes on, it's just, you just start feeling more and more upset.
Yeah, in TP. I said earlier that the only team I wouldn't want to play in the final was V-Power V, and it looks that's going to be the way. He's played really, really well all season. I think Bears has got it all to do to beat V. I really do. I think it could come down to whose claw works, whose 110 works, maybe. I don't know. You know, he beat our team early in the season, but, you know, we must stress we had no money in the bank, no Viper. We haven't got Viper again now. But money in the bank was a huge miss. He will be back for the final, so at least we've got that. And we'll have a bit of inducement unless something crazy happens here. But yeah, of all the teams I didn't want to face, you know, no, I didn't want Bearzo to face, I should say, would have been V-Power's team, because he's an excellent coach and his team's very, very good. But you never know. You just never know. Just got to give it your all, aren't you? I didn't expect us to get to the final, so, you know, I'm proud of Bearzo getting us this far. Alright, and there's Wade back trying to do something. Yeah, again, nothing's happening. He's now going to try and do the pile on. He gets... Oh, he kills him! Oh, well, is this the apple coming out? Here comes the apple, or is it? Ooh, it's the final. Do you want him? I don't know. I wouldn't.
That's an apple.
I wouldn't.
Would you not?
No, I'd let that. And see, this is why I respect V. Most coaches who were new to the game or coach who panic, they would have appoed that before I even done my fingers. He's thinking, right, how important is that piece to the final? Would that piece be one of the 5 I would keep? And I'll tell you what, no to the first one and no to the second question. So he's got to let him go. It's as simple as that. I would have let that go within a millisecond. I wouldn't even have to think of that. As well as a piece that is, it's not a claw piece. It's not my 110. What happens if you save that and then the next turn, I don't know, your 110 got splattered or Little Mo got splattered? It just isn't. It's a nice piece, but it's just not. In my humble opinion, I'd have let that go. I mean, if you had 2 apples, then you think, then fair enough. But when you've only got 1 apple, that is a really, in my humble opinion, that is a very, very pro move. That was a veteran move. You know, I would not hate him for that. Definitely not. Because, and the thing is as well, it's not that important piece. And if he gets through, it lowers the inducements Bearzo can get. I mean, Bearzo might not even get any inducements now for that death. So I think it's a smart play. The only negative, I mean, I don't know how many players. Oh, and the thing is as well, he does have a guard, Dark Elf coming back for the final. What's out this game? Very similar build, isn't it? So it's like for like. But I do believe the one coming back is only strength 2. But he's still agility 4. He's still got guard. He's still got sidestep. So, and now he's gonna. Oh, sometimes I don't like this when people go back. When you 1-up, you just think, oh, can I? Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, it does. It's on the wrong piece. I thought it was on the other one. And little guy taking it. Not blocks. Good lad for him. But well, yeah. I mean, there's one goal. I mean, it's a nice piece, but in Blitz, well, the blodge sidestepping guard piece isn't amazing compared to some. So yeah, I would be with V. I would have. He wouldn't be
thinking through it. Yeah, I think that's the.
And that's something. What I presume yourself, who's quite. I mean, I'm not really that old into Blitz, you know. But you've got to learn. Sometimes you've got to let things go, and you know, it might not lose another piece, but I still won't feel bad about it if I'm V, because I'm thinking it was the right call. Yeah, it is NTB, and it comes down with experience. You can't you know, get 2 set 1 players. You've got to think of it rationally, especially when there's a final coming up. If there wasn't a final coming up, he may have used it. I don't know, but to me, it was never an Apo. And V. Oh God, that's a bit. Why are you going? Why are you going there? I know you got sidestep, but man, can he get to the ball carrier? He can get to the ball carrier. But I can tell you now, he's probably going to bring someone across to shut
Probably
that
the
down.
assassin.
And this ogre's going to get hit by a claw now, so that's never going to help. You better pray his AOV holds up. He doesn't.
In the face.
Stunned.
Done.
Oh, Paolo, give him some loving! No.
Nah.
No.
No.
No. That didn't help either. And I think him piling on there, that shows how confident V is, because he very rarely piles on with that troll. So there's no pressure on says, you know what, I'm going to have a crack on this. And I think I would have as well. Could be a foul coming up here as well. No, actually no, that ogre's there. How the hell did I miss that big ogre? Oh, you could get two. You could get 2 down the ogre, though, couldn't
He could, but will he?
he? But then you've got to be careful of the skink. But then again, the skink would have to roll a pow. But it wouldn't surprise me if after all these poor dice he's had, he just rocks up and goes boop, and pops him out, pops a pow from somewhere. But here we go. And oh no, he's not.
Ooh.
Well, that is basically taunting that skink. Go on then, son. If you want to have a go, lad.
Oh, he re-rolled the bonehead.
Oh no. And this is it. This is if that's not pro either, is it? That's
That was not a pro.
no. That's a pile on. He's piled on everything else. He's gonna pile on that. You think? Didn't work though.
No.
And it's just the thought process. It's like, okay, what's your thought process there then? Why have you bent the reroll there? If you can make a valid reason to yourself why, that's fine. I'm trying to find what the valid reason was for that. I can't find it. All I know is that I've got a bloody skink who I'm expecting to probably try and get somewhere.
Oh, there goes Shadow.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think he's trying to get him to be thrown, is he? Here we go. We failed! The little guy got away! Go, little guy! Oh, man. I mean, he's got to try and get that. I mean, I can't believe he used a reroll, man. Oh my word, it's a 1 die! Oh, what a legend!
Go on, little Nobbler.
Oh my god. Now, surely that skink's going to go up and put pressure on the gutter. Surely. Oh dear. Watch him use the one first and hey, there we go. Go on, little guy! Oh, he's on him. Now, this is where you need your reroll, because if you fail these next 2 dodges... Oh, he didn't, but he's got... It's going to be close, I can't see. He didn't blitz! He didn't blitz! Who was blitzing?
He couldn't blitz.
Oh, he's only used it, hasn't he? Oh my god! He don't use it with Wade! Oh my god, my blood pressure, I can't take anymore. Oh man, oh yeah, you have some... Oh my word! There's no diving tackle on them though, is it? Oh, he could have had a 2 die on the bloody ball carrier, but he won. And this is the difference. And this is why I try and say to people when people go on about Bernie the kill team specialist. There's kill teams and then there's a smart way of using kill teams. There's a smart way of using Maple and pile on. If there's a shot on the ball and it's a semi-final, that's going to give you the better chance of getting it done than piling on a kill piece. Oh man, he could have had a 2 die. If he'd have powered that gut runner, he's back in it. That gut runner's now just bar a double one, just gonna go, see ya. And that's the difference. That's the you know. Oh man, I mean the thing is, to be fair, V-Power left it out there. He should never have left it out there. He's in complete control, so you know. But man, I know it's easy for us. I know it's easy for us to be in the booth and we can say this and can say that. We're not down there playing the game, but sometimes you just look at things and think, oh man, that was your opportunity. That was your opportunity to wrestle this game back in your like advantage, and you didn't take it. I honestly thought he shouldn't have failed the dodge, if I'm being brutally honest, but he didn't. The little guy did his thing.
Oh man.
So he's basically now hoping on the double one. He's killed the Dark Elf, Bearzo, and he didn't use the Apo, and it was a smart call from V. He killed this thing. And he's got one coming back. He's got one coming back for the finals, so... I mean, I first of all say, no, well, there's probably Bearzo's enhancements out the window, but then I realised another one's coming back. Although they might cut him out, no.
Right. Where's this old rat creep gonna go?
And there we go, and he's got 2 heads as well. Oh, he rolled the one, but there's no tackle on there. This is going to go to the assassin now, surely. Is he going to give it to the assassin? Here we go.
Yeah.
So
here it is.
This
AD5 assassin.
Easy as that. Neither 2+ gets it. Game over. Bar some shenanigans.
That's surely it. Or are we going to see a flying Nobbler?
Well, that is your only hope now. That is your only hope. And again, V saw them. I mean, V saw them coming up and was like, "Yeah, you bring your skinks up, but you didn't blitz." And if he'd have blitzed with the skinks, who knows what would have happened? He'd have had a 2 die, and if he hadn't bent his reroll on the thingy, then he'd have had 4 die on it. And that's the difference. That is the difference between making a final and not making a final. He wanted to go for the killer. Well, you know, I get that, because if you can get rid of his killer, that helps your team. So I get that. But at the same time, you've got to somehow find a way. He'll re-roll that. To find a way to get the ball back. And it was, oh God, man, it was there for him. And that's the frustrating thing. It was there for him, and he didn't take it. And now he loses the game. And it just found things like that what can decide a game. You know? Pro fails again. Pro's not really helped him much this game. He's going to have another shot him. Why not? But it will be a European final. Or dare I say it will be an English final, because both coaches are from England.
Oh, yeah.
Quite clearly proves that England coaches are better.
He's done it now, so I can say it. But I would have probably hit the Beastman with the Ogre, and then hit the Beastman next to the other Ogre with the Crocs. Because then that frees up the Ogre to maybe try and run the...
I mean, the only thing, I'm just thinking, Doomfrog, the only thing Doomfrog can do is force the score next turn, then try and score 1 turn with his skink, and then try and get the ball back. It can still be done, but I've seen nothing to say it's going to be done, if that makes sense. And the things he's tried to do haven't really paid off. What's a bit of a problem as well. Well, that's a smart one, I suppose. Get away from the... Oh, it's on the... Oh, that creep. Now, if this gets broken, and it doesn't... See, I would foul that now. I would foul that now. It's got big hand. It's raining. That has to go. I've got sneaky git Nobbler here. You know.
He's AV4, so you don't really care about him anyway.
Yeah. But again, let's see what he does. He might not do that. I like what he's doing here. He's getting his throw there. He's got his Ogre there. He's got his Saurus there. The only thing, yeah, he's going to try and hit with that now, probably. He does. Doesn't get it, but he can push it. Oh, no, he hasn't. Oh, no, he did. I was just, I didn't even see what he had. Yeah, he's going to leave that. If he apples that, this is going out the window. Because there's no way V power. Someone's hacked his account if he did upload that. Right, now what you got to do is you got to foul the gutter. If you don't foul the gutter, then you don't really deserve to be in the final. It's like, it's on the floor. You gotta go. There. Nutcracker's like, get it! Get him! Get him! Nutcracker! Nutcracker be like, I'm having you, boy. Right, okay, so he's trying the tentacle guard first. I don't know why. He's probably better off on the other two, but we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does.
Come on.
It's taking a long time here. Oh wow, he's gonna try and hit. Oh wow. Well.
Oh wow.
And he did that with a sneaky git guy as well. That makes no sense. And he's based him.
Skill's gonna come out.
I don't know if he's gonna. Oh, that. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh my word. Well, just. I hope Bears is not watching. He loses. Oh no, he's still watching. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the 110 had to get booted. What's the point of having Sneaky get on a Nobbler if you're not gonna? I don't know. I don't know.
He's AG5 as well, so that even if he dodges out.
And all he's done is now done that. I mean, they basically had, if he really wanted to, 6 die on a guy with only dodges protection, where he could have used that Nobbler to foul the gutter, and even if it had knocked him out, it gave him something. It gave him something to work with, but he hasn't. We saw in the other semi-final how the Nutcracker went about his business, and if Nutcracker couldn't do it, another Nobbler did it, and they caused carnage. That's what they're there for. And every so often, yes, you do have to sacrifice the poor little guards. That's just life. But that's what you use them for. You don't use them for that.
Oh no.
You know?
No, he's already used the Blitz. That's fine.
Is he going to score? I'd score. I'd just score. I mean, I'll be saying Bears on me. Just score. There's nothing. It is Blood Bowl, and Nuffle could say, you know what, I'm getting a bit bored here. Let's change it up a bit. But there's nothing I've seen from the rejects. You haven't shown me anything. There's not shown me anything to say they're going to get themselves back in this game. Their main hope is handing it off, and it would be a bit dodgy now in the rain. Hand it off to your skink and just to score. But you had a great opportunity there to like get rid of his 110er. So if you could have used your 110er to score, got rid of his 110er, then all of a sudden it's a lot more pressure. But you decided not to, and you know, everyone plays the game differently. Fair enough, but you know, I've just got to say it as I see it, and I tell you what. And I'm pretty confident if he was the coach of rejects, he would have put the boot in. I think most people would have put the boot in. But, you know, he could have put the boot in, rolled another double one. Maybe that might have put him off as well, because every time he's fouled, he's been sent off. You know, so maybe he's thinking, you know what, I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm gonna base him up and pray for a miracle. You know, or maybe V'll just ignore Noble and try and dodge and roll double one. I don't know. And again, V's been very smart here at the moment, although he's now bringing forward a bit more now. Yeah. Well, if he made this game to a final, Bezo, you know, do it to my granny. Never mind my missus. Sorry, granny. Boom, out the way. I've got to get to a final. But. Yeah, I mean, let's say I like to point out little things like that because it's the little things what usually is the difference between the games, you know. V-Power seemed to have a game plan that half, and he did it perfectly. I think he got a bit fortunate when the skink didn't blitz, because you'd use it somewhere else. And again, I get the thought process of trying to take out a kill. I get that, and then obviously because all them had been pushed up, he went the other way. But yeah, I won't lie. I would have felt the gutter, you know. And that's not because I'm not saying that because obviously it looks like we're playing V-Power in the final. I'm saying that as just an announcer saying, look, you know, if you want to get to the final, you've got to do this sort of stuff. And here comes a Brab now, so we'll see. We'll see what he does. I mean, it'd be nice for him to score just so we've got a bit of excitement, but it's going to be hard in the rain. What does he need? A 4+? If he can do what V does and just roll a 6, it'd be alright. But like I said, Blood Bowl, this happens. I mean, we saw the poachers. If he re-rolls that well, and they never got beat all season, and then they had a bit of an off day in the semi-final, and they're out, and that can happen, you know.
It's a 3+ pickup, by the way, into a 4+ patch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the pickup. I wasn't even thinking about the pickup. At least he's got sure hands on that though.
Yeah.
These rerolls are a bit scary, you know. I know they're like pro rerolls, but if you roll skull, it's over. Now you see, to me, now you blitz with your Wade be back, try and take out Tickles, and then try and score. That's probably what he's going to do.
Comes.
No, he's going to go
Oh.
for the assassin. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's a less armoured piece. So I get that. And what we
I think
got
my
is...
only problem
is
with
this-
that is he's thrown now Wade me back right next to the rat ogre.
I think the thing is, though,
pieces.
he's trying to say, look, we're going to try and score now. So if he was to stall this, then I think I would just give in. I wouldn't know what he's going to do
There
next,
you go.
but I hope he gets it because he needs a bit of luck and he rolls a
Oh.
1, so that
There you
wouldn't
go.
have helped anywhere. But he's got it on a 5, right? So has he got show feet? He does. What a nice piece that is. I wonder who created Lightning McQueen. In wink wink. Watch him to one it now. There we go. It's as easy as that. Lightning McQueen, the boom gets them on the board.
Ka-chow.
2-1. Kapow. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad he got that. As soon as I saw the one, I thought, oh no, he's not even going to give him that. At least he scored. At least he's got a little bit of hope left now. That goblin, he's like a lucky talisman for him, and he has not done anything apart from be KO'd this game, and he's usually one of the better players. The assassin said, you know what, I want to get to a final, lads, so I'm just going to just stay here. Bezo says, defense splits per time, baby. Well, it depends where, if he keeps his team like it is, as he should do, and he has, although to me, the thrower should be up. What's the thrower doing there? There's nothing there. He needs to be up. But the other thing as well, sorry, you get defense blitz, great. Who's going to get the ball? All his best players are back near his end zone. And he only has 4 10s. So B could basically just go, yeah, that's nice. I'm just going to go right around here in the corner. And you ain't going to get the ball off me. And your guys who can win you the game or take into overtime are right here. You know, and this is it. If you're going to try and get the game, these skinks have to be up there, right behind the nobblers. If you get a blitz, you're in. If you get a blitz now, you ain't in because they're too far back. I mean, what does it serve to have them there? That's what you got to ask yourself. Why are they there? What is their plan? Does he honestly think V's going to come down and try and score? I don't know. If he's going to 110 them being there is irrelevant. You know? I don't think he will, though. I think he'll stall this out. Now we've seen where he's put them. And a quick snap, so that helps. Oh, that's a good kick as well. Can you imagine how more difficult that kick would be now is if his skinks were up there? Near the, up near the LOS.
I mean, I have in my normal MML 9 movement, 3 strength skink, and I would 100% just like maybe put Wade be back like next to him to give a little bit of protection.
Yeah. But the thing is, Blitz is like, if he plays die, you get others. Maybe 110 is a bit more rare. I get that now, especially with pop and all that stuff. But you play for like each round to get to a point, to get to the final, and try and win it. Now, if you're not willing to risk your skinks, well, I mean, obviously against the poachers, 1-1. Usually hand keeps off the pitch unless we need him for a 110er. He was on the pitch and he was put in danger so we could get the win. Sometimes even your favourite players, you've got to say, look, mate, I'm sorry, I hope nothing happens to you, but I've got to do it because I want to get myself to the final. And it's as simple as that. That's what it comes down to. How bad do you want the final? And I always think when you protect players like this, it could be a rock or something random will take him out anywhere.
I mean, I think this shows anyway that he's planning on. He has to be planning on keeping the thrower and the 2 skinks.
Yeah,
He's not.
absolutely. Well, I would definitely keep Lightning McQueen. He's awesome. The other one's really nice as well. And obviously, with there being quite a bit of rarity on speedsters. Although I'm trying to think, I've just created the free agency for skinks. I think there's 1 or 2 nice skinks in there. Obviously, there's no straight 110ers, but I think there's a few movement nans. I think there's a strength 4 skink. Is there strength 3? I can't remember, but there's some nice pieces. I think Anti-Fair, the Poachers Union's had some really nice pieces done. But to be fair, a lot of them have. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, he's in trouble. Head splitters after some blood. Yum, 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 yum. Hello, Mr. Ogre. I'm gonna put you there. There he goes. No, it's stunned again. I mean, to be fair, one thing we haven't really mentioned is we've been big on about bad dice and stuff like that, but look at the attrition V's done. He's done nothing. He's injured a Nobler. That's all he's done. So, you know, he's not won this by attrition. That's definitely not. You know, he's not done anything yet. He's just done it by good, solid gameplay and positioning. You know? And obviously, and he hasn't got a lot of big guards, so, you know, he doesn't have to rely on rolling 2+ to make them work. And look who's got, yeah. And again, he wants the extra strength in there to have the ball. That's a smart play.
That's smart.
Yeah.
He has the guard to run away if he needs. He has the killer to hit anything.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the killer again. Yeah, I can see why he's going for that. And again, he rolls a 1 because I mean, like I said, he's had such. I feel sorry for him in that respect. That everything he's tried, every time he seemed to need a GFI, he seems to fail for him. You know, most of the time. So I understand that for him. But again, at the same time, there's been stuff he's done. What could he have done better? Could he punched the hole through where the 2 ogres could go? The can't now. So now he's going to have to go down the right flank. And this is the thing with the skinks now. He's moving his skinks up. So they're in danger now. So why didn't you have them up there in the first place? And this is what I'm saying. If you had them up there in the first place, then you would have been right there. You could put a lot of pressure on him. He can't now. And that's the point. And the thing is, if he goes down the right flank, B will just go to obviously the left flank of the rejects.
I mean, this worries me here with Lightning McQueen as well, because he hasn't tagged up Tickles, and Tickles can reach him.
Possibly. I mean, he's trying his Doomfrog. You know, I'll give him total respect. Oh, that's a bit risky. And yeah, it's preemptive tail, mate. That's a 3+ all the time. Again, I mean, the funny thing is, he sent his best skink up there and left his lesser skink safe.
No.
He's already been paid out for the captain's thing, so if his captain was to die, it don't matter. You know.
It's just, I got a feeling Tickles here, but yeah.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. He very rarely blitz with Tickles, very rare. So that would have surprised me. If it had blitzed with Tickles, I'll be honest. Now he's put Tickles there, he can get 2 die on Wade be back now. Because he's got Horns as the blitzer, so he's strength 4 plus Tickles assist, 2 die. I think that's where he's going to go. And then he'll try and screen off against the Crocs. That would be my guess. I mean, I don't know how many players he's got. How many players is there on the pitch for the Renegades? Do we know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9 is that maybe?
3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Yep.
Yeah. So they came in with 12 players.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They might not have a bench for the final.
11.
That's what I'm thinking. They might not have a bench for the final.
Wait, how many did he come in with?
12, and he's got 1 coming back, and he's lost 2 to death.
He will not have a final. No.
But this is why I like V. Smart. Look, you haven't brought your agility 4 piece. You haven't brought your skink. They've all been sat back there. So I'm just going to stay back here. I don't need to score. You need to get the ball off me. Now he's going to do the thing on the way be back. This is just smart. This is just smart play. And this is why, you know, he's done so well this season. He's just made the right calls at the right times. I mean, you're now looking basically a red die with Lightning McQueen. And if he does knock him down, we know what's going to happen. Ka-ching! I can't see it, but, you know. He needs... I mean, the thing is, it's turn 14, so he's not out of it yet. So it's just a case of being smart. And, well, that helps his stun, but it means he ain't getting tagged by that one. This is going to be interesting. He's got enough turns to get back in this game, but he needs to send beep up there. You know, he needs to start going, let's go! Someone's got to do something! Might blitz to the Crocs here. And the Crocs has been well behaved, so he's bound to mess up. It's been that sort of game for Doomfrog.
Oh, it's a 6+ as well. Oh.
Got him. Doomfrog's trying. I respect his trying. Sometimes that's all you can try. You know?
I love this. Just seeing the coach just try and just never give up. It's what I love.
If you try and you never give up, then that's all you can do. But he's got to move now, though. You gotta move him! You gotta move him!
You do have to do something.
Yeah, we're giving you credit, but you still gotta, you still gotta go. He doesn't. I tell you what, he does not like them claw pieces. He's like, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna break you. Oh, what's he doing there? Oh my, he's gonna have to be. Is it pro? Is he using? I don't know if he's using a reroll or not. I have no idea.
He hasn't used a reroll. He's gonna use it.
Oh dear me, he got away with it. Has he got break tackle on that one? I don't believe no. And again, I look at that. I can only presume he's gone there to stop the handoff. I'm just like, you've got two pieces here doing nothing, mate. What they're doing? Seriously, what they're doing? Get him up there, for the love of God. Get that skin. Come on, get up there. Do something.
Come on.
That guy does less than Han, and that's saying something. You know, Han would be proud of that. Being on the pitch and just staying there, he'd love that. Here we go. He's gonna try it. Shadow him if he wants it. I wouldn't, because he does more tactic. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. He gets away. Lightning McQueen. Ka-ching. What a shame that Croxan got break tackle. He's now got no rerolls, by the way, just in case you know, Doomfrog. No rerolls.
Oh, alright. I didn't just see that. Oh.
So he's in trouble.
The green ratkin here.
Lightning McQueen, catch splat. Could be.
I'm not gonna say it. But...
Could be a splat. Well, it's bloody obvious what he can do. I mean, that is, it's like
the green ratkin, and then moves next to the Crocs. The guy moves next to the Crocs. He claws the Crocs.
I'd be killing McQueen, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'd want McQueen. Meanwhile, Mo's is like, I'm just gonna keep the ball over here.
Oh, that's interesting.
I would be throwing an ogre at. I'd be impressed if we could throw an ogre. I'd definitely throw a nobbler at it.
Going solo.
Can you imagine if you threw a nobbler, you hit a little more, ball goes loose, you pick it up and score? That would be like, holy beep. That would be amazing. Ain't gonna happen, but I just thought, I had a dream. That was my dream.
I mean, he does have going solo.
Yeah.
He can hit a 2 die.
Just
Not 2 die. 2 red die.
Yeah. He's tried, but it's just not come off for him today. For good old Doomy. Oh, he's more bothered about not hitting. He's more bothered about protecting the ball. Gotta love that. A lot of respect for that. 2 10s to save his championship with no rerolls. Good luck with that. Oh, here he comes. Brum, brum, ka-ching! Nope. Nope. Light McQueen. No. Rather not, mate, thanks. Rather not. It could actually get a 1 die. A 1 die on this ball at the moment. There's a 1 die on the ball.
Going solo's gonna have to do some dodging though.
Someone's gonna do something. I'd start off by throwing a nobbler first, because they're not turnover. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Smack call. Move a square forward, then throw it. Sounds bloody good to me. Here he goes. Oh, yes! He hits him! I love to see a bit of that! Oh, that's a shame. But can he though? Can he get 2 down with the ogre though? Oh, he can't! Oh, man, that would have been amazing if he could have got. If that was. Oh, man. Get in the chopper! Oh, my man. If only he had others, just in case he had like his other pieces a bit closer up, like the agility 4 thrower, for instance. Oh man, surely you can't trust a break tackle from a Crocs. Or can you?
Does the Crocs even have brake tackle?
No, I mean,
No,
you know,
he
without
doesn't.
brake tackle, It's a 6. Is it a 5+ for a dodge? See, stalls
it's
is do it
5+.
enough. Yeah, why not? Sod it, let's do it. Let's embrace it. I don't know what that's all about. All I can think of, maybe he's going to blitz with the Crocs and then tag. Oh, here comes a little knobbler. I'm interested to see what he's going to do here, because I think, and this is just, oh, why would you put that there? That makes no sense, unless you're trying to hit tickles. Yeah, you're going to hit tickles. Yeah, he's going to go tickles. Fair enough then. Again, well, okay, we'll see what he does. Well, he's going to hit tickles. He's going to knock tickles down. He's going to pile on if he doesn't. The apple will come out if it's something bad. What have we got? KO? No, stun. So, yeah, he can have a go, I guess. Injures him!
Oh.
Well, what is the injury and will he regen? That is the question. Oh, it's lose 1 move. This is an Apo. Unless he knows it's going to be a regen automatically. I'm Apo-ing this. I don't trust regen. I mean, regen might work.
Yeah,
You use the Apo, the Apo works. Yeah. That is, see, and that to me is a much more important piece than that guard piece he lost earlier. And that's why it was such a smart move. Now, what's he going to do now? I presume. Oh my god, he's going to go there for. Oh, you don't do that first.
Oh,
You don't.
he rolled a 6 on the pro. Oh.
Surely it would have been better to get your skinks in position and then do that, is what I was thinking. That's game. That's game. He needed to move his skinks into position. I don't think the skinks can get it now. And again, it's just the, it's just the. I don't know what
Lightning
you're gonna call it.
McQueen has a chance. Maybe?
Oh, he just moves him out of the way. Surely he can't get. Can he get to him?
Well, that's if he doesn't get stabbed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get what he's doing with the Crocs. You know, you want to try and get him. Don't have an issue with that. I just think, you know what? How about, because it's the least chance of being successful, how about moving the rest of them up there first? So if it does fail, you've still put pressure on him. I mean, all I can see here maybe, well, is throw another knobbler and hope that you conk him on the head. And then Lightning McQueen goes, ka-ching! And somehow does it? I don't know. Well, he ain't doing now, last game, I think. I don't think nothing can get to him now.
No. I mean, it's got to be the knobbler.
Well, the knobbler can't get him unless he...
No, it's in like the knobbler throw.
Yeah, but even if he gets it, who's going to pick the ball up? Nobody can pick the ball up now.
The ogre.
Which ogre? This one over here?
Bloody
hell, a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, we're talking about adding the extra 2-3 squares on per player here. Yeah, that's not worth it. I'm going to make him strength 5. You know, ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. You could absolutely throw this knobbler and impale, you know, little Bo. What'd be hilarious, but you ain't winning it. I'll tell you that now. So, it's a European final, or an English final, a UK final, whatever you want to dress it up as. The Renegades will play the Timberwolves in the final. Meanwhile, let's go and kill a little knobbler. Oh, look at that! Pow, pow, pow! As Lightning McQueen would say, kapow! And is he going to die? No, he's going to get injured though. Bless him, the AV4 little piece. He's alright though, he'll be alright. He'll be able to go home and see mum after the game, and that's it. Will we see any last retaliation from the Doom Frogs?
One more knobbler. Come on.
Well, he ain't going to throw it that far.
Here.
You can throw it, but it ain't going to hit anything. I'm going to hit the claw piece for that. Whoa. Boink. Oh, at least it's alright. It's alright, Gav. Right, goes up. Are we going to see anything else, or is he just going to give up? That's the question. Has he got another... Has he got a final, like, hit in him to try and dent V Power's chances in the playoffs, or is he? Well, he's moving something. I have no idea where he's going, apart from slapping his backside at someone. This is 10-16. Oh, I see. He's gonna lob him at him. All right, I get it. I like it. Talado play as much. He's gonna throw it. This would be funny if he hits something. I don't really care who he hits. To be fair, he can hit his own players.
It's very like.
Here we go. Oh, boo! He tried.
Worth a try.
It was worth a try. Oh, I'm bonehead. Oh, but he gets it. Now, these are all very scary moments now for V, because if any of these go splat, he's got no Apo.
I bet you're hoping head splitter and goes splat.
I don't care now. I really don't care. And that's it. He's not going to do any more. Bears will be upset with that. There you go. It is what it is, isn't it? It was an interesting game. That's all I'm going to say.
MVP death.
0-2. Oh yeah, sick of the cog. Well, maybe he deserved it. Maybe it was a death of. I don't believe
it was a worthy death.
It was a worthy death. It was. He took one for the team. I mean, to be fair, I thought Doomfrog had some really bad dice early on, definitely. But I will stress though that no attrition worked for V either. But the best coach won, hands down. V had a plan, stuck to it, and then when he did make them little errors, it wasn't punished. And I am being very nitpicky when I say that. And I just thought Doomfrog I don't know. I mean, nothing went right for him. His fouls were not very good, was he? He didn't foul the gut running when he should have done. I still can't get my head around that one. And that's the problem when you have a lot of big guys. Is like, they're going to let you down. I mean, like I said, there's a chance when if that ogre knocked that other guy down, Wade back could have had a 2-die, couldn't he, on the ball carrier? And I think that was at 0-0. I think was it. So that was huge. And yeah, I mean, it was interesting for me because, like I said, I've been looking at big guys for next season. I don't really have them. I don't like them, but I was tempted. But after seeing that, I'm like, oh God, do I really want to spend a decent amount of money just to see that happen? Because that was a turning point, really, was the interception, and then he had a chance to get that 2-die, and his ogre just went, duh, no, you're all right, I'm not going to do it. And that's the problem. It is quite clear the best coach won. No,
I mean, looking at the Renegades and going into the finals, it is a strength 2 blitzer coming back, and it's the exact same build. Yeah,
I thought it was his example, but it was the right call, and it was proven when he saved Tickles that it was the right call. I mean, we don't know. Hey, he's V-Power. Congratulations, mate. But it was the right call, and this is what I say. It was a pro move. I know people would have just appoed that.
Well, I would have 100%.
I would have appoed it, and V didn't appo it. It wasn't... Because you've got to think, he's going to get to the final. How important is that piece? And it wasn't in that important compared to some others. And like I said, Mysticals could have regened, you never know. But you know what? It was good to have the appo just to make sure. And that's the sign of a pro player and a player who's thinking with his head, Yeah. But if you have a look, I think no, it's not being done. I can match manage that. There's no shenanigans, was this? I'll validate that now, and then I should be able to roll it, confirm the round. There we go. Timberwolves versus Renegades. I've got the teams up for you, as you say. So you was talking about the Renegades, right? Renegades. The difference in TV is 350. So that's a nice amount for the Wolves. That's like a Babe, 2 Brabs, an Appo, 2 Appos, a Brab, a Babe.
Well, V's here.
That's not bad. Oh, V's here.
Does he have enough money in the bank to try and get a bench?
No.
For the final?
No, he's got 0. His TV's 2,390, so obviously spiraling expenses is a thing. So he will go with 11 players. And if I'm looking at it, it's a bit weird me saying it because obviously I'm the GM. But if I'm a coach, he's got no bench. So me personally, I would be fouling. I would be trying to, because every one of these 11 players I can get injured or whatever off the pitch, they haven't got a bench. They have not got a bench. The Timberwolves have 3 on the bench, so they've got 14 players. Both teams have got big players. V said he rolled 1 into 1. Yeah, that's always a bugger. He's got the firepower. He's got 3 claw. The Timberwolves have got 3 claw. Both teams have got 1 Turner. They've got a little more. The Wolves have got money in the bank.
And Han.
Yeah, that's what I said. One Turner, 1 Turner. So these teams are very, very, very thingy. I suppose the assassin, especially the Leaper's assassin, could be a bit of a danger because get a lucky stab into a cage could happen. Guard wise, they've got how many guard they've got? They've got 3 guard. I think we've got 7 or 8. It's going to be a good final. I think both these 2 coaches have done really, really well. They both deserve to be there. Obviously, when the Timberwolves' only loss was to the Renegades, but obviously Bearzo he's trying to point out we did have money in the bank there, so that's his hope. But it'll be a good final. It'll be a good final. I mean, obviously the Renegades are looking good, and obviously not many people thought the Timberwolves had beat the Poachers, But yeah. I kept saying to people the only team to actually stop the Poachers in regular season was the Wolves. So if anyone was going to beat them, you'd have thought it would have been the Wolves, and they did. And you now look at their team. I mean, Money in the Bank, the captain. He's strength 4 blodger. He's a good piece. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's 1 point off getting another level. If you can get that game would be great. You've got Santa Claus as a pylon. You've got for the money. So they've got the claw. They've got how many guard they got? They got 4. They got 7 guard, and they've got the Nutcracker. So it's going to be a good game. I think
that's a big thing for V. He has to take out the Nutcracker.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be hard for Bearzo to protect him because there is a Leaping Assassins in there as well. It is what it is. You just got to hope you get lucky with the Nutcracker, and see what he gets. But he's got enough nobblers to put the boot in anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we haven't talked about tactics yet, but
is Bearzo in the chat?
I don't think so. I don't think he is.
Thanks for reminding me. I gotta tell him off. He could have saved I'm a Bear, but no, he kept him on the pitch the full time.
Well, yeah, and he played great.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack.
Well, he's having a good game. We keep him on the pitch. Simple as that.
Right.
I
gotta go, but
right.
I got a lead game.
No problem.
Myself.
Good luck in that, mate. Thanks for joining us, and have a good one. So yeah, that's us done then. A very good game, very professionally done by V Power V. He will now play Bearzo. So
bye guys.
See you later, Dragoon. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. 2 very good coaches. Should be a worthy final. Hopefully now the team will get Dyson. We'll have a humdinger. Probably won't do my heart any good. But very well. A very great season from Doomfrog. Very well done, sir. Getting to the semi-final is a big achievement. And obviously he'll hopefully be trying to go one better next season. Well done to V Power V. Excellent performance, sir. Very professionally done. And obviously now that him or Bears have ever won the MML Blitz championship, so we will have a new champion. And may the best Englishman win. Take care, guys. See you later.